Hello, this is Maggie. Today I'm talking about the sixth sign of the zodiac, Virgo. It's a feminine sign. It's ruled by Mercury. And historically, Virgo was named after the goddess of agriculture and wheat. Um, yeah, so hence their presence in the material world. They can be analytical, logical, practical, systematic in their approach to life. Like all the earth signs are good in the material world. Yeah, so Virgos, yeah, they're extremely analytical. They do very well in analytical career, like being a doctor, nurses. It's ruled by health, work and health. So if you combine the two, anything in the health field or work, or just attention to detail. Um, yeah, so they can shred you with a glance. So I mean, yeah, they can just sort of size you up and sum you up with a look, just a look. You know, like yeah, I have a sister who does that. She tries not to do it, but yeah, she anyway. So they're mutable, ruled by Mercury. Jupiter and Neptune are in their detriment in Virgo, and Mercury and Pluto are exalted in Pluto. So yeah, well, Mercury's the ruler of Virgo. And Pluto, oh my gosh, Pluto would just really, really power drive them in their whatever they do, because it's the ruler of Scorpio. So they would really dig deep, say, if they were a scientist, just unearthing the facts, digging very deeply for the facts. Um, Maybe a lifetime of investigation, FBI, Yeah, that would be Pluto. Um, Venus in its fall in uh, in Virgo. Yeah, although Virgo the Virgin, yeah, so they're just extremely analytical, earthy, good with the material world, gardening, the soil, anything to do with the earth. They're nurturers, so they're very nurturing people. Um, it just kind of comes naturally to them, or they can seem so analytical that they can be cold and aloof. So it's it's kind of a toss between the two. Their practical advice may not be asked for at times, but they'll give it anyway. So they can be pretty frank sometimes, and they're just stating the facts, just the facts. And it may hurt you, it may hurt your feelings, but they're just analyzing and just telling it like it is. So both Virgo and Sagittarius kind of do that. Sagittarius can be brutally blunt, um, and so can Virgo. So yeah, they just that's what they do. They just size everything up. They just yeah, they're very very earthy, very mutable. So they can kind of go with the flow. Although um, with Gemini, it's more mental. Well, they're both ruled by Mercury. So with Gemini, it's more personality and mental and quick and witty. In Virgo, Mercury becomes more analytical, more logical, very, very logical. Um, yeah, um, yeah. Any, they make, well, there's astrologers too that are Virgo that are extremely good at analyzing charts, very, very good. So you don't always have to have really strong water. Um, and of course, it rules the sixth house. So the sixth house is the house of work and health. So, if planets are aspected or transits, you kind of need to either watch your health or um, maybe work in the health field. But, if they're badly aspected in Virgo, because the opposition is Pisces. So you would want to get that checked, whatever symptom it is that you're concerned about. Go and get it checked, and you don't have to check the transits to do that. Of course, it helps. It definitely helps, but you kind of anyway something's going on. Um, yeah, so because the opposition is Pisces, it could be addiction, it could be a problem. Say if you had Neptune in Virgo, yeah, oppose Pluto in Pisces or something like that. Just you want to beware because it's just a health problem. Um, yeah, so yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about Virgo. Yeah, I'm just thinking of the one I know that can just shred with a glance. Like, are you dressed appropriately? She says that all the time to her daughter, just because it's Virgo the Virgin. So I don't know. That's just where she comes from. And historically, yeah, she's linked to all kinds of myths, Greek goddesses, and I'm not going to say the whole mythology, but even connected with the Virgin Mary. So, but she is a goddess. She is a goddess. It is a feminine sign. They can, because they're a goddess of the harvest in the material world. They can be extremely nurturing, um, and giving, and it's a life of service too. Like if you're a doctor or a nurse, you're doing service or whatever it is you do. They're usually called to a life of service or work, or sometimes it could be drudgery, just boring out, Um, so it's helpful if it's work that you like, but they like organizing. Oh my God, they love like organizing closets. That would be something that a Virgo would just have fun doing. That would be fun for them. Yeah, to organize, be like yeah, just, you know, design or change your whole house around or something like that. But yeah, so they could be sort of nurturing and sort of barren at the same time, and cold, sort of kind of go between beings. If they come across as cold, it's only because they're busy analyzing or they're on overload. Yeah, this one I know, she gets burned out. It's way too many details. They keep her up at night. Way too many details, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting, and especially in a work environment. Like in the health field where you're with people all day, and yeah, it's hard to shut her mind off. With that Virgo. Um, so they need to just time out, check out, and just if they seem cold and aloof, it's probably because they're on overload, and they need to just take a time out, which everyone needs. But yeah, their minds are just on overdrive pretty much all the time. So you know, yeah, and their children, or their husband or their family, they would just realize that about them, that they've given all they can give, and that they need some space. Maybe they're into gardening or whatever it is. That's they may appear cold and aloof, um, but I think that's why. I think that's part of why. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. They're also born August 23rd to September 23rd, tropical. Um, yeah, so Venus being in its fall in Cancer, I mean, sorry, in Virgo, they do seem Venusian though, in that they're so giving and loving and kind. Not all of them. Some of them can be very cold and just sort of assault you with their facts. So that's something to be aware of if you're a Virgo, not to be so overly because it comes across as critical of another person, and you're probably not even aware of it when you're just dissecting them, and you're just stating the facts, but they may not take it that way. So um, one of the things to look out for would be being overly critical, you know. Um, and it's possible to get OCD with compulsively having to clean, OCD about cleaning, or you know different health problems, different things. But yeah, Virgos, they like hygienic, sterile environment, like their house. Yeah, they could be obsessed with having a clean house. I don't know. One I know is pretty obsessed with that. But there could also be Virgo slobs. It depends on a lot of things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.